Konnichiwa YouTube! Welcome back to Archeage Live with your host OnlyOneShinobi, and today I'd like to talk to you about how to make some money with Alchemy. So in a previous video I mentioned that I had given up on cheese just because I don't have the time these days to move the packs back and forth. If you do have the time to move them, then that's definitely still an option, trading cheese for charcoal. But today we're going to talk about Alchemy, how to make some money with Alchemy, and what you can do. So the first thing I'd like to talk about is your options. Basically right now I'm doing a combination of two things to make money. That's Lunafrosts and potions. So if we take a quick look and type in here, if you go to your alchemy thing and type in assassin, you'll find this Assassin's Lunafrost. Now this was mentioned in the comments of my last video, and it is a good way to make money. So the flawless Assassin's Lunafrost here is 5% movement speed on your boots. Now pretty much everyone in the game is going to want to have these, especially with the patch coming out, with the new gear that's coming out. This is probably going to go up a little in price because people are going to start enchanting new gear. So this is something that you're going to want to do. Now if we look at the mats that are required, it takes 3 superior lunarite, that's about 22 gold, and 3 moonlight archeum, that's another 30 gold, and then hereafter stones and this eternal winter chill, which comes from GHA dungeon drops. These two are pretty much negligible in price. They're not going to be that expensive. These two here are going to cost you about 50 gold. Now 80k alchemy, it's only about 40 labor, which is pretty cheap. So this is going to cost you about 50 gold, and I think currently the auction house prices are maybe about 80. Let's see, Flawless Assassin's Lunafrost is 79.4 gold. So basically you're making about 30 gold profit per Lunafrost. So if you just buy out the materials on the auction house, craft it, and flip it immediately, you've got 30 gold profit. So essentially workers' comps are down recently. There's been some deflation this past week. So the price of workers' comps are now, okay, maybe not, now up to 90. Yesterday they were back down to like 67. Someone must have bought all of them out. And now there's absolutely nothing on the auction house. That's unfortunate. In any case, even at 90 gold, this is going to give you 1,000 labor. You can make how many of those? So 50 times 2, 5. I'm not good at math, guys. Okay, so even at 90 gold, you should be able to make enough profit to pay for your labor. The Assassin's Lunafrosts cost 50 labor, and you'll get a profit of about 30 gold. So you only need to sell 3 of them, which would be 150 labor. So essentially you can make, if you buy 1 labor pot, you can make 20 Lunafrosts. With the 30 gold profit, you're looking at about 600 gold profit just from 1 labor pot. So obviously in that case you can buy more labor and continue the process. So that's something you can look into. It's relatively cheap. They might sell quite quickly. I would suggest only putting a few up at a time, but that's definitely one way to go if you're just looking to flip something quickly and make some fast cash. Now the second thing I've been doing is potions. If you take a look at the alchemy crafting station here and go to potions, you'll see a Kingdom's Heart. This is the tier 3 defense potion, which gives you 2400 defense. There's also Ancient Library Relic, which is the magic defense. And these are useful because, well, it gives you defense. It does take 60,000 alchemy proficiency to make, so it's something that the high-end alchemists are going to be able to do that lower alchemists are not. So if you are looking to level alchemy, I suggest taking a look back at some of my videos on how to do that. I'll link them here. And you can take a look at how to quickly level alchemy and maybe make a profit while you do it if you're doing the disintegration method and selling the dust. But in any case, I've been crafting the Kingdom's Hearts. These are the physical defense potions, and I think that these are better because, well, because everyone's pretty much fucking archer these days, and physical defense is going to help you. Magic defense is going to help, you know, if you run into that random dagger spell out when you're out and about. But if you're wearing leather, it really shouldn't be a problem anyway. So Kingdom's Defense, Kingdom's Heart. What I do is I generally craft in sets of 20. 20 of these, total labor is going to cost just over 1,000. So for 20 batches, that's about 100 potions total. It's going to cost you 1,149 labor, at least at 80k alchemy. And so that's about 1 labor pot, right? Now what you can do then is materials. What we need to look at is materials. So if you're crafting these, I would recommend growing your own lilies and mint, because that's going to save you on purchasing them from the auction house. But essentially what we've got is you're going to need 400 lily, 100 honey, about 500 medicinal powder, 600 mint, 200 clubhead fungus, and 200 shell dust. Now if we take a look at the auction house, the most expensive thing is going to be that clubhead fungus. So as you can see here, 1 clubhead fungus is actually down to 1.9 gold. That's really good price. It used to be up to about 3 gold until this past week, so it's about half the price it used to be. So for about 200 of these, you're looking around 500 gold. That's going to be your major investment. Now, I personally have a clubhead fungus supplier, so I get a little bit of a discount. I buy mine for about 450, and then I grow all of the other materials. The only other thing I buy is the shell dust. This is really hard to find, sparkling shell dust. And this total is going to cost you, let's see, if you're going to buy this, it's going to cost you about 60 gold to buy 200 of this, which you'll need in the crafting. But this is hard to get. You need to find abalone shells or pin shells out in the wild. And if you're not sure how to do that, you can take a look back at my Finding Pearls video. And we discuss how to find pearls and shells out in the wild, but essentially you have to swim around islands and pick them up. That you can't grow them. So this is a find in the wild, just like clubhead fungus, and then you chop it up into dust. It's not too bad, 60 gold for per batch here. So then what I do is I come out here with all of my materials and I craft 20 of these. This will give me a stack of 100 potions, and then I list them on the auction house as I run back and forth, right? Just follow along with me. Kingdom Heart. Kingdom, let's just type Kingdom. So here you've got Kingdom's Heart defense potions, which right now are at 7 gold and 45 silver. You can see I've listed them up here. I do recommend when you're listing them to put them in batches of 5 or 10. I do have a batch of 20 here just to save space. Basically, the auction house is quite flooded with these at the moment. The best time to sell these is actually the weekend, if Friday night or Saturday night, probably Saturday night, and that's because castle sieges happen on the weekend, and the price of these will shoot up to about 10 gold each. So if you're selling on the weekend, you can make about 1,000 gold selling off these potions. So if your initial investment, including materials, is about 500 gold, and you get about 1,000 gold from selling them off, then you can make 500 gold profit, which essentially buys you a ton more labor pots, and you only used 1,000 labor about to make them. So this is what I've been doing. As you can see, things are selling already. Let's take a look. I've sold quite a bit, so we've got 65. Well, let's just go ahead and accept them. So we've got 916 gold at the moment. If we take all of this, so we've got about 200 gold in sales, which is already going to buy me labor to continue the process. So Yeah, we'll just delete all that. Right? So that's what I've been doing with alchemy. I think making the potions, right? Kingdom's Heart defense potions and the Assassin's Lunafrosts. The only thing with the Lunafrosts is supply, right? It's kind of hard to find the mats yourself. For example, let's take Superior Lunarite, right? I mean, there's some up here. They're about 20 gold for 3. There's quite a bit on the auction house, but once you buy a bunch out, you're getting into higher prices. So don't have an endless supply of this. The potions, you can grow the mats. You can basically stock up until you have a crap ton of materials, and then sell them off. So in any case, those 2 strategies should help you make enough money from alchemy to pay for your labor. So no more complaining about labor, guys. No more of this. I see people all the time on the on the forums complaining that labor pots are too expensive, that they can't afford the labor, but that's really just an excuse for not paying attention to your own skills and crafting what's available. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoy alchemy. It was my first profession, and I will continue to use it to make money. It's one of the most profitable things for me at the moment. If you have any other tips or strategies or advice, please leave me comments in the comment section below, and don't forget to click subscribe when you finish. So thanks for watching. For now, Shinobi out.